YouTube. Those people. I don't know, you could do clean. It's not a shitty clean sound, but it's pretty much that. It's called the Ironball. Hey, are we doing a review? Yes and no. Does it make sense to review something that's about 4 years old? If you're interested in the ENGL Ironball, which is kind of behind me because I set up in a way that it's behind me, then you've already watched the videos and possibly already bought one. If you are now getting interested in it, let's recap what it is and show some new cool stuff. I apologize for the untidiness in the room. First of all, there's a shitload of stuff set up here. If Leslie goes to the room cam, you can see that. Because there's mics, because we're miking, and there's caps, and there's white things, and there's 7 cameras right now, which is overkill, but we're doing it anyway because why not? And that way you see everything that's going on. And also the really cool Triad Orbit double mic thingy anyway. Plugging Triad Orbit right there. And that's me. And it's not Etchapie, it's HP, like Henning Pauli. It's my freaking initials. I know, it's not obvious, I get that. So, ENGL made the Ironball white in a limited edition. Why? Because they're clever people. Because they're also coming out right now as of the filming today, and it's going to be released tomorrow, which means right now there's the Ironball combo 112, which is cool for the meddler on the go. And I think to draw a little bit more attention to the fact that you can now buy it in combo form, we have a white one, and it's neat. So this is a pre-production model, which means it has the absolute tiniest details that are missing. Like I think the chassis is going to be rougher and powder coated or something. I don't care. It's beautiful. And the white 212 cap, vintage 30 loaded. And then we have the vintage 30 loaded 112 combo, which is identical. This is also a pre-production model. It doesn't have the power soak built in yet, but it will. Well, pretty much now, because this was sent to me a week and a half ago. And then there's also this one that they sent me just to show you that, yes, that is the one you can still get. It's the one in black. Leslie, go to the room cam and they can see it between the ENGL and the orange above the Victory. Kind of diagonally from the Soldano and the Riff. There you go. That's right up there, the ENGL Ironball. Same thing as the white one. We're not going to listen to it because it's the same damn amp. So what is it? It's how much watts is that? 20 watts? We're gonna say it's 20 watts, I think. EL34s, 6. I think we have 6. 12 AX7s in the power. Blah blah blah. It's a 2-channel amp sharing an EQ section. We have clean volume, clean gain, lead gain, 3-band EQ, which is shared. Presence, separate lead volume, and a master. We have a gain boost, which I think works for both channels. Channel switch lights up beautifully blue on the white one, lights up red on the other one. What's that called? The black one. And inside, this one behind the tubes lights up blue to show you that it's on. The other one lights up red. The combo lights up inside as well. You can see that you cannot see that. You can see it if you're staring right into that grill. You can see that the tubes are backlit. But you do not have a light on the amp showing you that it's on. Wait a second. I don't like this. Yeah. Better. Big thumbs up to ENGL. When I unbox these, they come kind of padded with some styrofoamy thing, but inside the corners are all cardboard. And you know it's my pet peeve. Please use cardboard for packaging and not styrofoam because it's stupid. The big ass 212 speaker also came packaged in cardboard corners. Way to go, ENGL, thinking for the environment there. Now, again, 20 watts. If we look in the back, this amp packs some features like a power soak that you can even take down to speaker off, so that you can use the balance line out to go direct, which is halfway good. It's kind of okay, maybe as a mix-it-in signal. We have different speaker outs, a headphone out, which is kind of cool when you use speaker off, so it's burning it right now into heat instead of going out, and it's got a load thing. I don't know what that means. We have an effects loop, and we have different switches. No switches included, so we can switch the reverb, clean lead boost, gain boost, clean lead, gain boost, and MVB. I don't know what that means. So, and because it's individual stereo inputs for the switching, you can of course use some kind of looper switcher to do that. Combo is identical. So you have a reverb level, which goes for the clean and lead channel. There is no way to assign it. Would be nice if you had like reverb on the clean, but then not on the lead channel. Would be cool if I had a little switch here for clean, lead, or both. That would really make it a lot more flexible, because if I have it nicely dialed in on the clean channel and then I switch to my brutal mega rhythm, there's still reverb. That's kind of not so cool. Again, this amp is packed with features. Some of them could be dialed in a little bit more usable. I'm going to dial this up. That's pretty much it. The combo has a vintage 30 loaded just like the big ass speaker. The difference in sound is quite big, I gotta admit that. So the combo, cool, small, relatively lightweight, and a metal machine to take easily. If you want the heft, the majesty, the massive fidelity, that 212 is going to freaking tear your house down. It is, that's one of the drawbacks, ridiculously heavy. The UPS guy looked at me very, very angrily. 3 days later, because I wasn't here when he brought it, 3 days later, he's still like, I had to take this thing in here. You owe me. I took it out of the box. I barely could lift it. It's super high quality, mega thick wood. But taking this live, only if I don't have to carry it, seriously. In this beautiful white finish, you take that to a gig twice, 3 times, and then it's probably ruined. And because it's angled here, they also don't have these Schutzkappen, those corners here. So I'm thinking this is definitely a cool looking, beautiful looking bedroom or living room kind of setup, but unless you have a case for it or a cover, that white will not stay white for long. But hey, you know that when you're buying a white amp. Now let's listen. We're gonna listen to a whole bunch of things with my Modern ENGL, that's not a Modern ENGL, PRS SC250 with Fluence built in on the neck pickup. I have an orange amp detonator on the floor to switch between the amps. Mic'd with Sennheiser E609, pretty much in the same position on both amps. And we're gonna start with this one on clean. Gain at 9 o'clock, and here we go. You can absolutely get that clean, not a problem. I have to mute the reverb here. You can get that beautifully clean. It's not a vintage clean, but it's a very usable clean sound. Has a lot of attack. It's very pow. Let's turn on some reverb. You have to kind of reach over there. That is actually really fun. It's a unique clean. It's not a Fender, it's an ENGL clean, but it's not the typical, I don't know what it is. It's a good sound. That's what it is. Because of the 212, there's a lot of weight to it. Now if I switch to the combo, a lot more mids, a lot less heavy, a lot less weight, a lot less filling the room. Now, how much you can hear of that with the mics, I don't know, but in the room there's a ginormous difference. Again, 112 combo versus very heavy, very big, very powerful 212. The amp is the same, but it makes quite a bit of a difference. So, if we dial in now the clean channel and get the gain up, we'll dial more. It does clean up rather nicely. Now it has it is fun to play with that 212. It kicks you so hard. On the other hand, do we need that bass? In a mix, I would dial that out. So I don't know. I can't tell you. It's definitely more fun than the combo. In a recording or band situation, probably not, because you're really getting into the bass player's territory. So I don't know. So let's kick in the gain boost. Now that just gets a little bit denser, but not really more gain. Let's try it here. That might be more for the lead channel, which already has a lot of gain. Doesn't really sound like, oh, there's more gain. It's more like, it does that. I don't know what that is. That's the clean channel, just to let you guys know. Let's twiddle around with the EQ a bit. Now, because of the speaker, the combo will behave differently. I'm gonna have to crawl over there. Okay, but you're not buying an ENGL Ironball because of the clean channel. You're buying it because of, well, this. I don't quite get what the boost is for. That's more than enough gain in the clean channel. It's like, what do I need that for? But let's compare that with the combo. Settings are the same. Yeah. Yes, the character of the amp is there. Frequency is completely different. More mids on the combo, way more bass, and therefore it feels like there's less mids on the 212. Now, of course, the most fun we will have when we play them both at the same time And that's cool. And this is what it sounds like when you turn the speaker off and use the DI. Yeah, so, freaking massive sounds. The DI works if you mix it in, give your front of house guy an option. He's like, something missing the frequency, maybe you can get that out of the DI sound. Why not? So here's what I think. The Ironball is fun. It's an ultimate metal machine with a highly usable, very precise and spanky clean sound, a nice built-in reverb. It sounds raw and massive. Raw is the word. It's not that power chord sound that you would get from, let's say, a Soldano, which is rounded off. No, it sounds untamed. That's kind of how I would describe it. It is an absolute metal monster. Now, if you need to worry about your back space in the trunk, you get that sound in a more midsy, smaller package with the combo. And I think as a metal combo, there is not a lot that can rival this, I think, personally, because it's got that sound. And it's got features. It's got a power soak. You can play that thing at home with 1 watt and still metal the shit out of it. Reverb, DI out, which is halfway usable depending on how you use it. It's got a headphone out. All the features, great. The white one is just to die for pretty, I think. To take to a gig as a head, yes, the cap, the toe legs will probably get dirty. And if you're a guitar player, you know, if you're a drummer, let's pick the drummer. This time it's the drummer. If your drummer gets it dirty, you're gonna be really pissed off. And do you really want to walk around with a cover over it? I don't know, probably not. So let's go negative points. Negative point A, no light showing you that the amp is on. When I got the white one, I turned it on and off, I think 7 times, and I didn't realize that, you know, it was on. Now the guys from ENGL said, well, of course you can, you know, see inside, and then you can see that it's on. Well, tell me right now from where you're sitting. Actually, yes, you could see from where you're sitting that it's on. But it's not a very clear indicator, and on stage, here's the thing. Go to the room, Leslie. If I'm standing, and I'm looking from here, I have no idea that it's on. I'm looking from here, I have no idea that it's on. Who wants to do this on stage? You get the point. On the combo, go there again. I don't see that it's on at all. I don't see that it's on. I don't see that it's on. Now I do. it needs an extra light. A little LED to frickin' tell me that it's on. Something this bright that I can clearly see from everywhere. So that's one criticism that I have. The thing that I said about the reverb would be very nice if the reverb was assignable to only one channel. I could use it for lead tones, absolutely beautiful, on the lead channel, for clean sounds on the clean channel, or on both. But as it is now, if you dial it up, it's up. So it's actually a good reverb. So you might want to use it or not use a reverb pedal. But it would be nice if there was an assignable switch. Now, I have a pre-production model of the combo. I think what I'm going to say now is still going to be in the final one. What they did is this. They took this chassis. Tubes go up, which means they have to go inside the combo. So they took that. Let me show you what they did. And they did this. So they mounted it. They mounted the amp the way it is into a combo and put a speaker on it. Great, not a problem. You have to find a different place for the power soak, not an issue. But the problem with that is, it is now upside down. That's just stupid. I know, they would have to turn around all the parts and all that, but you have to stand behind the amp. So you have to stand back here and read it from here, like this camera is showing right now. This one. And, you know, the switches, the controls. You're never standing behind your amp. You're standing in front of your amp. Now, one could argue it's just like Vox does it, but Vox is also asinine, I'm sorry. So, I want to stand here. I want to stand here and be able to read and manipulate it. So if you ask me, all of that should have been turned around and be legible from the front, where you as a guitar player will be standing. Why would you be standing behind the amp? And why would you be wanting to think bass, middle, treble, gain upside down? I know it was easier for ENGL to do that because, again, they took the chassis, put it in, bam, done, combo done. Well, I don't know. Why not take it, flip it the other way around and have the controls in the front like other people have it? That way I could actually read them. I think for me, that's a big drawback because it's not intuitive. You're not standing in front of no. And very likely live, practice room, wherever it's being against a wall somewhere, so you're not standing behind the amp. I think usability is an issue there. Now, sound of the amazingly brutal, fat, beautiful 212 cab, it's got a lot of bass. Do you want that in a recording situation? I don't know, but it's there. If you want to have fun, don't get the combo. Get the head and the cab. That is giving you that massive balls through the wall sound. I think in a recording situation, the combo is absolutely fine because we're going to cut off that low end anyway. You heard the sounds, you make up your mind. I'm sorry I couldn't give you a track and a comparison within a track. That would have been better, and I apologize for that, but I've got GitCon coming up and there's just a lot of stuff happening right now, so I couldn't do a full produced track. That's about a day of work. So, there you have it. Ironball combo, Ironball limited edition in white, Ironball in black for, you know, the metal. I didn't do metal. Should I do metal? Metal! It's too late. Thanks, ENGL. We haven't really talked about what's happening with these, but I'm really hoping that the white one, because it's so damn pretty, can stay here. With its clean channel, it can be a nice extra amp for pedal reviews that I pump signal through with my AMPETE switcher right there. And it just looks so damn nice. And when I want a metal, that is fun. It's just the ENGL sound. It's right there in a very brutal form. Thanks for watching. Animals at the end. Thank you, Leslie, for doing this so late with me. I know it's been a long day. And love to you all. see you. This is I think it's kind of the last video I'm doing before GitCon. You'll see me and everyone else there. Bye, guys.
Hello, I'm a handsome prince and I live in a fairy tale land. I know really lots of things, let me show to you, my friend. Hello, I'm a crazy spoon and I live in a cup of tea. And my only friend is the moon, every night she's there for me.